Hi Pisces, welcome to the Animals Magic Shop. This is Lisa with your weekly animal spirit message for January 8th through the 15th, 2023. And this is a one-card reading, but it may contain multiple messages for you or just a single simple message. Okay Pisces, let's get started. Animal spirits and guides, what would you like Pisces to know this week? This is for Pisces, please. Okay, Pisces, you have Frog. And Frog's main message for you this week is very simple. And that has to do with cleansing. So whatever in your life does not bring you joy or happiness, Frog is asking you to let it go. And that could be, well, I'm getting for some of you, it may be some habits that you would like to change, some goals that maybe you've put on the back burner or that you haven't been able to achieve in the past, maybe some things that no longer apply to you anymore. You know, if every year you say to yourself, well, you know, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to join the gym. Well, if 5 or 6 years have gone by and you haven't joined the gym, perhaps that's not for you. And maybe it's time, instead of feeling guilty about not doing that, to just let that idea go. Now, it could also mean habits that you should change or you would definitely like to change. It would be to your benefit to change, you know, such as eating better or getting more sleep or working less hours, spending, you know, not spending all your time doing things that you don't like. So those are habits that you would like to cleanse yourself of and just let them go and stop doing them, and by whatever means is necessary. Sometimes it's just easiest to just say no. You know, if you work too many hours, then it's easier to say no, if possible, as long as that doesn't entail you losing your job. Or, you know, it's if you are tempted by junk food, don't buy it to begin with. You know, don't pick up the potato chips at the grocery store when you go shopping. So just take a little time this week, Pisces, to assess what things you'd like to let go of in your life, you know, personally, that pertain to you personally. And this is a good week for you to do that. You know, sometimes the energies are better, are stronger, are more in our favor to change things. And Frog is saying that this is a good week for you to do things like that, Pisces. Now, another thing that you might look at is your home. So that would mean getting rid of things in your home that no longer serve you, such as items that are broken, that have been sitting there for years, and you know you're not really going to get them fixed, or maybe something that's just completely worn out or has holes in it. You know, if you have like a lot of damaged carpets or damaged clothing, or, you know, broken dishes or broken appliances, things like that no longer function, then this is a good week to go through your things and get rid of those. And that may also apply to things that are good but you just don't use anymore. So those could maybe be donated to like a thrift shop or some type of charitable organization. You know, you could sell them, but Frog is encouraging you to kind of make a clean sweep of things this week, if possible, Pisces. And go through your stuff, lighten your load, and this will make things more organized for you and your life a little bit easier. And the last thing that Frog is looking is asking you to look at is any relationships that cause you stress or anxiety. You can't always discard your family members or your co-workers or your boss. So in that case, Frog would ask you to consider ways that you can change your reaction to those people, because people don't usually change, and sometimes you can't just walk away from certain people because you're stuck with them. I mean, if you have like a mother-in-law or a parent or a child who's difficult, you're kind of stuck with them. So Frog is asking you in those cases to see what you can do to change your reaction to the things that they do that really upset you. Now, in other cases, when you've been, say, like friends with somebody for years and years and years, but they always put you down, or they bully you in some ways, or make you feel small, or if they're passive aggressive and give you backhanded compliments, and you've been putting up with this for many, many years, then Frog is saying that those types of people you would be best to just let go of. And you don't have to be mean or anything. A lot of times you just make yourself unavailable, and other people are a little bit harder to detach from. And in those cases, you might just say, hey, you don't make me feel good. You make me unhappy. And I just, it's not to my benefit to be friends with somebody who makes me feel that way. So, you can be nice about it. You don't have to cause any drama or anything, or try to hurt the other person. And if they don't take no for an answer, then that's when you just ghost them. Sometimes it is permissible to ghost somebody if you've tried everything else to get them out of your life. So, some people are just emotional vampires too. Some people make you feel totally drained and exhausted when you're with them, and people like that, they don't usually do that intentionally. So those are the type of relationships that you could just kind of be busy if they call, or just be unavailable for them, and slowly distance yourself for them. Now, if we're talking about a spouse or a significant other who is causing you a lot of grief, then Frog is saying that if you haven't already tried talking with them, and that's always recommended first, talking to them or perhaps going to counseling, then it might be time for you this week to consider parting of the ways. And I really don't like to encourage people to do that. I've been through a divorce myself, and I wish in hindsight that we had been able to work things out, that I had tried harder to work things out, and that maybe we had, tried to at least go to counseling. So I don't encourage anybody to do that. But, on the other hand, Pisces, if for like one or two of you, if you're being abused either physically or emotionally, and the person that you're with is making you sick, or your kids sick, or if they're hurting you or your kids or your pets, then this is a good week to get away from them, okay? All right, I know that's kind of a sensitive subject, but it may just apply to one of you, Pisces. But, sometimes you have to make really, really hard choices. But if you do make that choice, then you will receive the help that you need. So have a little faith and trust in that, okay? For the one, maybe one Pisces that this applies to, okay? All right, so this is mostly a positive message, except for the last one. Just your general message for the week is lighten your load. Release with gratitude things that no longer serve you, and do it without any feelings of guilt, because this is a good period for you to cleanse in more ways than one, in all ways, both yourself and your surroundings and the people around you and the work that you do too. If this applies to your job, then perhaps this is a good week to look for something else if your job is making you sick. Okay? All right, so I guess the general rule is if something's making you sick, then this is the week to get rid of it. And otherwise, a lot of things can be worked out, or you can just simply distance yourself from them. And as far as working on yourself, well, that's as easy as pie, isn't it, right? Well, not so easy, but anyway. Okay, Pisces, so it sounds like you have like a heavy message for this week. Usually your messages are pretty light. Good luck. Thank you so much for listening to our channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye.